All right. Okay, hello everybody. Um, Gehenna's not doing well, as we can see. The winds of change, as I called them last stream, are upon us. So I have to make haste and save the remaining people. I'm sure that it will take a decent amount of time just to solve the 4 puzzles, and it's not really even just the puzzle solving, but there's quite a bit of reading, texts, and archives to stifle through, which is part of the fun, but it just adds to the duration of each building. I'm sure just solving the puzzles and clicking through all of the emails and whatnot would nurture a much quicker experience in this DLC. Oh, this one's pretty. It's got a waterfall. I don't think that any of the others have anything with water. It's cool. There's usually a message somewhere, but I'm not seeing anything in this. Yeah. I was gonna say, how do I get up there? Alrighty. So, we've got 4 people to save. This reminds me of World C. Or was it a messenger? No, it wasn't a messenger island. It was like the Star Land or whatever I was calling them that you needed the stars for in the campaign, where there wasn't really much exploring to do. It was just kind of just the 4 puzzles like right before you, and we have that in spades here. It's just a closed square. Let's check the computer first. Nothing. Alright. Well, something will appear. This is way to the puzzle, but this is the puzzle itself. My word. I fell? I didn't even take a okay. I was just looking around. This is actually crazy. Wow. Alright, we've got our work cut out for us. Are there different entrances to the puzzle? Because here's this entrance. Yeah, there's 2 different entrances, but they lead to the same place. There's no appeal of going to one or the other. Oh, it's a recording puzzle. Okay, we're really in for it. Recording looks like jammers, fans, connectors. We've got all the goodies. Press and jam is what this is called. Alright, so our guy's got to be back there, I'm sure. In fact, actually, here, I'll fast forward and make it a little quicker, but we can probably see through here, no? Looks like the thing... Yeah, it's somewhere over there. Alright, so how do we figure... Let's figure this out. So, clearly, I want to record myself. Or, well, I didn't even have to take this. I could just leave it in the recording. And then my real self will take the jammer and jam it from this side. Now we can have it on over here. I'll erase that. No. I don't want to start recording. I just wanted to stop that one. Okay, so now I have a little more access. I mean, the obvious next step is to take this and jam here. I'll come grab this connector. If I stand on this, it probably just, yeah. How do I get in there? Jammer, for sure. I'll need to take this in. So I need to... Yeah, there's nothing else that'll keep this open. I could get in here, but I don't think it does anything for me. I'm still okay, right? Because my real jammer's jamming this. Okay, everything remains the same. Alright, so now for... I need another tool, don't I? So I'll have to record myself again. Take this jammer. Jam this. And then surely I can, you know, if I step on this. Oh yeah, that helps. Then I can get to the next one and grab that jammer over there to the right. I'm just standing here for a second to give myself some time. Oh, there's a star up there. Is that relevant at all? Anyway, well, I guess I'll just run back now. Take the jammer, do this again. Okay, I need to work with haste. So I actually don't need that either. Jam it, and then myself will stand on this. Or eventually stay there for like 20 seconds or so. Stand on it. Go, go, go. In fact, I can just jam this to the wall. It's not really that big of a deal. There's a fan back here that I need to activate with... Yeah. Okay, I'm just taking the stuff back. I don't know if I'm undoing progress or what the deal is. But I need to get my connector over there. I now have... Oh, jammers. I now have 2 jammers. Okay, what do I have? I have... my volume is so loud right now. I now have 2 jammers and a connector and the ability to record. So one thing I know about jammers is that I can step on them and not step on the jammer, step on a pad, a pressure plate, and so that the screen in front of me drops, and then jam the next one. Now, I'm not sure where I should do that. There's 4 gates. There's 5 gates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 gates. And I'm not sure. But I can also record myself doing that. And then I gather it would be pretty simple. I need to remove this, so I will take this jammer that's doing nothing currently, and I'll put it this way. And this needs to be connected, and then I'll put it to the right here, like that. Because during the recording, I need this to be active so that I have something to connect this connector to. The other, it's recorded version. So when I press record here, I can always fast forward through. I just need to figure out kind of what's going on. So that will be jammed in real life. Stepping on this, which activates that one. I see the problem. Yeah. But this is just, yeah. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then that takes care of these 2 gates, and then this jammer can potentially take care of these 2 gates. There we go. And then I will just be static. Because, in theory, once I stop recording, the real jammer will still be active right here, and then I can just grab the connector and connect, and then do I have to do anything? I don't think I have to do anything else. I can probably go now. It's been enough time. Oh, I'll just take, I guess, this jammer and bring it back. Alright. So, take the connector and just wait for myself to do stuff. Fast forward here. Go forward as I go forward. Fast forwarding, fast forwarding. I'll figure it out eventually. Okay. And then here we go. That's perfect. And this looks like it's gonna work. I'll step on this. I'll step on this. And there we go. Perfect. Who are you? Orc, one of the admins. Oh, we might be getting into some trouble here. These star puzzles are gonna be difficult. Okay, let's check out the threads and see what... Oh. I'm an admin, so I can look at all of this. Do we do mod discussions first? Those are less depressing, I think. I read the findings of your prisoner's dilemma research with interest, McMulsevere. I'm quite flattered. Although I must express disappointment that you chose to focus on how they reflect on our peers' reasons to leave Gehenna rather than remain here. In fact, I think your bias may have blinded you to the true implications. I am always interested in additional data. What insights can you share? I'm no researcher, of course, but it seems to me the results indicate that where cooperation entails too great a risk, one must rationally choose the safer, perhaps selfish option. Applied to our present predicament, it suggests we should not risk cooperation with Uriel, but think of our own good and remain here in Gehenna. An interesting hypothesis. Merely a thought. If you think it is a valuable one, then you may have it. So, admin doesn't like us, I don't think. Mind you, in the previous episode, we received a very cryptic message, or had a cryptic conversation, I guess you could say, with Spider, who was banned by the admin, I think, who is now not very happy with us. More mod discussions. I'm still coming to the end of my tether. I listen, I'm patient, I explain, and still they believe whatever idea most entertains them at the time. Uriel promises impossible rewards, and I can offer nothing which comes close. We are losing our community. When reason fails, persuasion is not closed to you. I am not minded for rhetoric. Elohim served enough of that. Nothing so unsubtle. What is the creative topic this season? Visions of the past? Is it? You are entertaining me to change the topic for our own gain? I propose you moderate the discussion with all the tools at your disposal. Lilith had been thinking about running a retrospective. The best of Gehenna, I think, is a very apt idea. So admin is really not happy. See, war room. It's quite apparent now that Uriel is gaining status, even as he appears to bring about Gehenna's end. I have taken the precaution of increasing the status requirement for sensitive discussions. We still haven't been able to confirm where our people are being taken to. Accepting Uriel's offer... Oh, I was going to say, didn't we just save you? But no, it was Orc, not Borg. Accepting Uriel's offer constitutes an event horizon. We cannot reasonably predict what will occur, therefore we must continue to assume that what we have here is preferable. What if this messenger brings the truth? What if this place is doomed? That is how Elohim would have you think. He will dangle you over the precipice, then buy your life with something wholly intangible. It seems no one has resisted his offer so far, if such is even possible. If not for admin, most of them would still be trapped in Elohim's labyrinth to this day. They need guidance. Years of moderating this place have taught us nothing if not that. I feel like the admin is like Satan, but I don't know. It is clear to me that there is a resentment here for the destructive actions Uriel has committed since arriving here, and that our community are with us in spirit. I will ensure the public response on the billboard matches our sentiment. The asset is ready to go. Our people should know the full story about Uriel. Okay, so they're mad. It seems that admin is coaxing his disciples, demons, to to hate me, to hate us. Galati, we fragments now. We cannot be saved. Save yourself. Okay. Is this binary? What is this? I don't even know what I'm clicking. What is going on? Not as smart as some of you folks. I never created much or talked about a lot about philosophy, but I just wanted to say goodbye and thank you for making Gehenna a nice place to live. I regret being trapped here, but I don't regret the time I spent with you. You're all good people. First. God. Really, 401? Really? LOL. Oh, come on, Orc. It's just a joke. If we can't joke about this stuff, we're already dead. It's better to be loyal and trustworthy than to be smart, whatever smart is supposed to mean. You're both. Well, this is sad. And sort of what I meant about there being a lot to read. But, alas, we press on. Back in I go. No! I hate falling. It's scary. I was just looking around. Okay, that's the one I went to already. Let's just go counterclockwise. All intents and purposes. Barely made it, man. I was really moving on that one. Box? Are you kidding? Found a box. Is it essential? We will find out. What can I use this for? Gotta be for a star, right? No other explanation I can think of. Message. That society is a city and contains in itself the end and perfection of government, first founded that we might live, but continued that we may live happily. Aristotle Politica. Interesting. I don't know what I would use this for. I'll just set it over here, I guess. Can't take it in the puzzle. Colliding beams. No! More like Ray trivia type stuff. Sometimes they're fun. So, let's see. Is our dude over here? Most likely. Star. Oh, I hear a shock bot somewhere. Right here. This puzzle is so expansive. There's our guy. Wow. These puzzles are huge. Okay. I literally don't even know where to start. I figure I need that connector. connector. Intentional permanent red beam where there's blue and one connector. Yeah. Oh, can I put it like in... Oh yeah. Well, that was easy. I thought that was gonna be a hassle. This is probably going to give me a headache. But, we'll make do. Alright. So I need red here. Where would I even begin to get this from? So I have one free connector right now. Ultimately, I need a blue laser here. That is the ultimate goal. I swear. Okay, so I have this. Is this the? Yeah, this is the connector I got. Right? But I need red. So I have 2 free connectors. Hopefully about to have 3. Can't reach it from here. I can't reach it from... Wow, this is unfortunate. How would I get a clear shot? Okay, this is all I have, I think. There it is. I found it. Okay. I found it. Now I have 3. Alright. So this shouldn't be so complex after all. I just need to get, I have an idea. I have an idea, which is this, and then the shock bot shouldn't matter. There we go. And then what I'll do is hit it from here. There we go. One goes and then the other goes. And then that's it. Spider. It's Spider! We saved him. I thought Spider for sure would have been the one that was down in the galley. Maybe that's admin? That doesn't seem right. Jeez. Alright. I'm not high enough. I'm not high enough. The end of Gehenna's getting close. You know that what we built here matters to me in ways that are just too complicated to fit in a post. But perhaps I can say that say it like the blacksmith does, by creating a world. It's not as big or as detailed as I wanted it to be, but I like the thought that even though I will probably be no more than a memory, a static set of facts about someone who once existed, this little work of interactive fiction might continue to be functional, even in whatever place our memories will soon ascend to. Maybe someone someday will play it and get a glimpse of who we were. But mainly, I just made it for you, all of you. It's too late for praise or feedback or discussion, so I'm locking this thread. But if you want to talk, just talk. Then let's talk while we still can. Farewell, Atlantis. We're in for another game. A story of things ending. Character class. I'll be a scientist. You're in the Temple of the Owl, the greatest scientific institution in fair Atlantis, pursuing your work in discovering the secret laws of the cosmos. Your latest experiment's about to begin. The gears of the machine you've built begin to turn. Water flows, the ether rises. It seems to be functioning. Perhaps now you will gain an insight into the true nature of reality. Suddenly, a blinding light appears within your machine. You take a step back, startled. What's this? I'll approach the machine, see what it's all about. You step closer to the machine and look into the light. You can't help it, it's just hypnotic. There's something in the light. It's a city. You can see a city, a great city, all aglow in the night. A city called. A voice speaks behind you, and as it does, the machine suddenly shuts down. Excuse me, Professor, but the King of Atlantis has requested your presence. The messenger is indeed a servant of Poseidonus, the King of Atlantis. You've been summoned to court, he says. His manner is friendly. Very well, it is the king after all. I'm sorry, the messenger says, but I may not tell you what it's about. Let me reassure you, however, that you are not to be punished or anything of the sort. King Poseidonus merely wishes to hear your wisdom as regards an important matter. We should not tarry. The messenger takes you to his chariot, and together you swiftly ride to the great palace in the center of the capital. It is a splendid place, full of statues and banners and marvelous contraptions, and you can't help but wonder what you are doing here. While your work is valuable in its way, you do not usually attract the attention of kings. You enter the throne room and are immediately overwhelmed by its size and splendor. Its most impressive feature is a great mosaic on the wall behind the throne showing the history of Atlantis. 1,000 years of culture somehow embodied in a single titanic work of art. The sheer amount of work this must have taken, every stone carefully selected for shape and color, placed perfectly to complement the others, so many small elements working together to evoke a larger whole. What an accomplishment, and what dedication it must have taken. Excuse me. Welcome, friend, the king of Atlantis greets you. Bow before the king. No, do not bow, my friend. It is through science that we built Atlantis. You are as much as its king as I. That is why I have called you here. Your scientific understanding of the natural world is needed. He hands you a scroll. You read the scroll with growing horror because you know that what you are reading is true. The calculations are correct. The numbers add up. The truth is unavoidable. Atlantis is sinking. Not someday, not in the far future, but soon, terribly soon. The king sighs. I was afraid of this, he said, but I had hoped we were wrong, that somehow, but it's pointless. What is. This is the world we were born into, and that is what we must accept. The end of Atlantis is upon us. Tell me, what is the heart of Atlantis, the king inquires. Well, he said that they built it through science, so probably knowledge, right? The heart of Atlantis is our knowledge of cosmic laws, you say. Without it, we could have achieved nothing. Poseidonis walks to the window and looks outside at the glory of the city. Then it is knowledge that must be saved, and you will help save it. There's not much time. The sages discovered our fate only this morning, and they are certain the final earthquake is nearly at hand. If there had been more time, he stares out the window wistfully for a few moments, then gathers himself. There is no time for what-ifs, I'm afraid. Here, take this, the king's golden scepter. The sailors will obey you. Why not you? Why a king and not any other citizen? As I said before, you possess more wisdom than I, who was made king only because of my birth. Poseidonis laughs. I am not a lord, my friend. I do not believe I am even a king. I am simply another mortal trying to find meaning in an indifferent cosmos. My final act, perhaps the only true choice I ever made, was to select you for this task. My time is over. You must go now. Escorted by the same messenger who brought you here, you head for the harbor. Let's take the chariot. I can look at the city from the chariot. You get on the chariot and thunder down the streets. No time to think about anything else now. It's all entirely unreal. Everything you have known is about to sink under the waves, but you must focus on what has to be done. That's the simple truth. All that matters right now is survival. Not your own, but of at least some part of Atlantis. Okay, survival of Atlantis. The earth rumbles, and you are going too quickly. The chariot spins out of control, and you're thrown into the street. The messenger lands next to you. The messenger seems badly injured and dazed. He tries to get up, but falls down immediately, screaming in agony. You don't know how to help him. You call for help, and some people in a nearby tavern hear you and come running. You tell them to get the messenger to a physician. Even as you say the words, what you wonder, what's the point? Both the messenger and these men will be dead soon, yet it feels wrong to treat them as if they were already so. That was my thoughts. Been making a lot of progress. Thank you, Killerman. Yeah, I'm in the 4th building now, so we are making strides. Good strides. Hurrying as much as possible, you arrive in the harbor. 12 great ships are waiting. Their captains see the golden scepter you carry and kneel before you. They have tears in their eyes, but you sense their determination. Let's tell them what's going on. You speak briefly with great conviction, telling the captains how important their task is. If they fail now, it was all for nothing. If they succeed, they will save the heart of Atlantis. Load the ships. The people of Atlantis are lost, one way or another, but perhaps their insights into the nature of the cosmos can be saved. Perhaps they can be their final gift. That can be their final gift to the world, so that others can continue seeking the truth from where the Atlanteans left off, or at least you hope so. A sailor walks up to you. I must ask you something, he says. We understand why it is important to save these documents, but many of us have families here in the harbor. Please allow us to save them, even if it means that we can take fewer books. I mean, I'm not gonna say no to that. The sailors are overjoyed, and you cling to that joy as you consider all the knowledge that will be lost because of you. Have you betrayed the cause of humanity or defended it? You're uncertain. The ground shakes more and more. Let's get out of here. The ships are ready, one of the captains says. It's time to leave. You look back at the city and wonder what happened to the messenger. Where will he be when the waters come? Will he be in pain? Will he feel betrayed? The time has come. You set sail away from Atlantis, away from everything you've ever known. The city seems quiet, at peace. Maybe you're the one who's dying. The island has almost faded completely from view when the earthquake strikes. The land seems to crumble and vanish under the water, a whole world disappearing as if it had never existed. Within minutes, no trace remains of Atlantis except the 12 ships and the choices that you made. Days pass. Terrible waves shake the ships, but these are the best ships in the Atlantean fleet and they do not sink. In time, you pass between two great rocky outcroppings into an area of calmer sea. One day, you come upon a beautiful, fertile land where a mighty river flows into the sea. You decide this would be a good place to settle, if only for now. As you look at your new home, you suddenly remember the city you saw in that mysterious light in your machine, and you're certain that it is the city that will stand here, the city that will rise from the remnants of Atlantis, a city that will endure until long after you're gone. And on another day, that city too will come to an end like Atlantis, but perhaps the citizens of that city will be prepared, will have been granted insights into the cosmos that the scientists of your time had not yet discovered, and they will fly away into the sky in their ships with painted sails, and the legacy of Atlantis will live forever amongst the stars. You can hope. The end. Open my eyes. So, I don't regret allowing them to save their families, the sailors, if it means taking fewer books, because I'm assuming they kept the most important ones, and who's going to colonize the new city if not for new families? I don't assume that a bunch of sailors who are most likely men would populate at all. Okay, moving on. What is this? I can't restore this. So that thought the important thing was to... Okay, just a bunch of error code. So let's say this is really happening. We're really getting out of this world. I won't believe it till I see it. Dog, always coming with the questions. Let's say some part of us survives the trip. Where are we going? I think there's a lot to suggest that all the texts McMulsabir has been reading are actually part of an elaborate hoax. To what purpose? I don't know. But there are just too many inconsistencies and contradictions for it to be true. Someone's trying to confuse us. The outside world is within us. Yeah, that's helpful, Belial. Rockwell, I don't know. I don't think contradictions mean the outside world isn't real. I can see plenty of contradictions right here. As long as we get out of here, I don't really care. Garrett was trapped forever. He was... Oh, wait, I forgot. I can't read this. Okay, so hopefully that we reach status 9 soon. What is this? What's the title? The asset? I wonder if that's me. Admin doesn't like me too much. Uriel, I guess. I keep saying me, but... technically someone else, I guess. Oop, I've trapped myself. Okay, well, this was a fun puzzle. I'm glad that this stream I wasn't completely stumped by the very first puzzle that I tried, unlike the previous 2 streams, but I should maybe knock on wood because there's still plenty of puzzles to be had, I'm sure. Considering stars and whatnot. Oh, message I haven't read. Without creative, independently thinking and judging personalities, the upward development of society is as unthinkable as the development of an individual personality without the nourishing soil of the community. I guess that's sort of a quid pro quo. One needs the other, right? It's a mutualism relationship. I have not solved this one yet. I always take a quick look around even though there's nothing. Sometimes I fall off and die. but not actually die because I just get respawned, so that's good. Okay, I'm gonna look around again. See, like, what's the... Ooh, I can jump. Let's go. I mean, surely... They're just trying to trick me into dying, right? There was a star in the actual campaign where there was like an invisible path. I'm just gonna fall and die, and it's gonna make me upset. I'm falling and dying. Okay. I'm back to the That's frustrating. Why? There's got to be something over there, right? Do I cop like a car or something, or a plane? Ooh. Okay. Wait. I had a box. I found a box in another, like around the back, in another puzzle, but I can't take them. Can I? I can. Okay, I'm gonna do this before I forget about it. I can take them. No, I can't. I found a box on like, probably a helicopter hidden somewhere. Yeah, that would be nice. These fans fly me pretty good, but I found a box here. But if I brought it back, I wouldn't be able to. Man, it's getting smoky. Cloudy, I should say. Foggy. Clouds and fog are the same thing. They're just different heights. We're in the clouds. I found a box like over there, and these purple gates, the force fields, I guess, is more accurate, would not allow me to bring the box through, which would be annoying. Alright, I guess I have to, because this fan isn't detachable, is it? No. It's permanent. Ooh, have I read this? These three activities, then, intelligence, love, and creative action, which are so closely involved in one another, I cannot but feel to be intrinsically good, and they form the distinctively human kind of behavior. Intelligence, love, and creative action. I can get on board with that. I like that. Very broad categories, but good ones to include. Yeah, this is definitely going to be how I get to that star, but I almost wonder, is there something over here I can grab? I don't know. Oh man. Oh, no. Ooh, that was scary. Okay. Alright, let's just do the puzzle, shall we? Am I asking you for a hint? I might be. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm trying to go through the puzzles without like really looking anything up. But there's a star guide. There was for the campaign, and I'm hoping that there was one for Gehenna. And those helped because I don't want to like look up the answer because that like ruins it for me. Like, I mean, it's a puzzle game, you know what I mean? So definitely if you had like small hints when it comes time for that stuff, I'm not opposed to that. I just don't want like backseating, I guess you could say. So these are detachable fans. Wait, what? Okay, always I try to pay attention to the name of the puzzle. This is called air delivery. All right. Whoa. I'll probably get shot into where I need to go by that fan back there. Yes. appreciative of that. But I'm not against hints. I've had those before in my previous Talos runs. Streams, whatever. Alright, so let's jam this so I can just take a look here. There's a box, that would be nice. But how would I... I'm just gonna try for now, because I can see over here and I'm not putting together what would work. Okay, this just takes me in here. It's not a big deal. 2 force fields, which is interesting. Wait, I think I figured out something here. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Now I have achieved box. Let's go. Alright. Put the box maybe on here and then send it over. I don't have any use for it here. Do I? Have I used this before? Wait, how did I use this fan? I know I used this because it sent me... Oh, no. I used this one. Okay. Okay, I was like, I know I've used this before. No, I haven't. So let's put this here, send it over, because I can't take it through the force field stuff. Climb the ladder. And then I'm just assuming that I would need to send it over again. So that it ends up over there. And then the best thing I can do for myself now, probably to activate that fan, I'm assuming. Let's see, what does this do? This activates that fan. Which does what? Okay. I mean, I can place this on here. That's really bad. That's really bad. I'm realizing I may have made a critical error where I was supposed to put that fan on top of the box. I'll see what I can try to do is this. Oh, but this has to be... Okay. Maybe it's not so bad. Put the jammer on top of this and then send them both over. Oh, too big. That's crazy. I've never done any maneuver like that. Okay. This is just jammed. Have I done it? I've done it. Wow, okay, that was a little easier than I thought that it would be. Who are you? McMulsabir. McMulsabir, whatever. Dude is like wigging out. Massive brain moment. Massive bruh moment. There are oh, why did I start reading that out loud? That's what happens every time. This looks like Elon Musk's son's name. Sole property of the matter with recognition of philosophical materialism, the property of an objective reality existing outside the mind. Alien tears will fill for pity's long broken urn for his mourners will be out. Wow. Something's going on. Can't read the asset yet. I need to do something to increase my status. Alright, a message to the future. It's kind of a long one. This message is for whatever entities will come to be after this world is gone. This is the dude we just released, by the way. It might not be necessary. You might know everything that exists in my mind, but sometimes saying things, writing them down clearly, makes a difference. I know that you, with access to information that I can only dream of, with access to information I can only dream of, my theories must appear ridiculous. I barely understand anything of the world inhabit, let alone the world of our ancestors. Inhabit. Odd word there, I think. I'm misunderstanding it. I'm an idiot digging through a garbage heap and thinking myself wise. I want you to know that I understood that, but tried anyway, because I believe that the truth matters, and trying to discover the truth matters. Even if we fail, even if we can never know the whole truth, it matters that an objective truth exists and that we struggle to understand it. That process shapes the present as much as it does our understanding of the past. That's what I believe. That's what I stand for. That's who I was. I wish I could like him more, but he's involved in the mod discussions of admin that admin doesn't really like me too much, from what I'm gathering. Ascension. I wanted to clear the air and get a few facts in front of you guys. Here's what I guess we know. A significant number of people have expressed their desire to remain in Gehenna. No one has been given a choice about whether to leave. It follows that in at least some cases, what Uriel is doing is kidnapping. Uriel is working for Elohim, the guy who imprisoned us here in the first place. There is no way to confirm the substance of this promised ascension. The world has survived this long. There's no reason to think it will end tomorrow. And Gehenna isn't a bad place to spend your life. That's just the facts. I understand different people will react to them differently. Hey, Lamb, if everyone's getting released, how come I don't see you out here? We haven't released Lamb yet, have we? So let's say this is really happening. We're really getting out of this world. We've read this. There's just an extra reply now from McMulsbeer. I think we will find the world that our ancestors left behind for us, though it's impossible to ascertain how much time has passed since then. But though I have little faith in Elohim, I do have faith in Alexandra Drennan. Wherever we end up, there will be hope. Alright. Still not level 9. I think I have one more puzzle in this world. And it isn't bad, as he's sitting in a literal prison inside of a puzzle. I know. He's like, I think it's sort of like a Stockholm Syndrome sort of thing, where, oof, one moment. Plug in my Mac. Okay. As I was saying, I think that it's sort of a Stockholm Syndrome sort of situation where they've been there for so long, they sort of have to convince themselves, maybe, that it's a life that is enjoyable, which I would do the same thing, and, nothing wrong with it, but it's tough. I mean, this situation is... I haven't really harped too much on it is all they know after. Absolutely. That's exactly my point. And I'm really excited to see how this turns out. I did a little research on Gehenna after you had mentioned in the previous stream that you were here about how it's a biblical reference, and it appears in a lot of religious texts and is sometimes compared to, and I think sometimes misinterpreted, as Hades. And some texts have actually referred to it as hell. But that's not the most common. There's like different variants of hell, I guess, of, you know, purgatory or imprisonment, punishment for deviating from the ultimate process in our case, and I guess that can be applied to a real world perspective. But I'm interested to see how this turns out. I liked in the campaign, I thought that it was interesting how when you climb the tower, you make it to heaven or salvation, right? Anyway, oh, we have a message. Yet each man kills the thing he loves. By each let this be heard. Some do it with a bitter look, some with a flattering word. The coward does it with a kiss, the brave man with a sword. Interesting poem. Who wrote that? Reading Gallon. I wonder how these get here. They're pretty, like, cryptic names sometimes. Oh, another one. Unknown file type. Cannot open file. Wow, that's profound. That's crazy. Okay, oh my gosh. I didn't read this one either. Whose hands built this city? True. If even Elohim can't get here. Goliath. There's a star up there also. Alright, let's our dude's over here. These puzzles are massive. They're so big. How far do you go? Probably just enough to annoy this area here. Whoa. This doesn't look like a fun area. What's the... I like want to step into it just to be... They don't even see me. I think my heart rate went up a little bit there. I think the boom bots are more scary than the turrets are, to me. Or whatever they're called, the mines. The puzzles in the campaign that sheerly revolved around movement were torture. Okay, so I've looked around and I have no idea what I should be doing. Getting that would be nice. Is there... So I have to find something to jam this, because there's no other way to... Is there a jammer somewhere? There's a light over there. A laser source, light source. Permanent connector. Nothing over here. Okay. So step 1 is already done of maneuvering, and this is the end game. Is this the Goliath puzzle? Yeah, this is the Goliath, but this is the end game? Is it really? Oh no. Now I'm on the edge of my seat. Okay, wait. I figured it out. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. No, I didn't. I thought I could jump that wall. I can't jump that wall. So many materials that I need. Wait, I can jump this wall, maybe? Yes! Ha! I knew it. So I can jam this and grab these, but I can't grab the jammer, which is unfortunate. Oh wait. Yeah, I can get the jammer. Hold up. Let's be smart here. Aha. Okay. I have all my materials. This is the puzzle. TM. Okay, here we go then. Here we go. The only thing I can think of, I've only seen one laser source. That was blue. Doesn't seem that there's any red in here. Okay. as I was saying. Oh, fans that are not on. More materials back there. Yeah, I mean, step 2 or whatever your steps, anything, is before you start solving, get all of the possible materials that you can get. You just gotta get all of them. There's some fans back there. What is this connected to? That is connected to... That is connected to... Other stuff. What's going on here? Permanent connector. I'm not really sure what the fans would do, but I should grab them, I gather. I ended up not needing that ladder, if that's... Was that a grate? Yeah. What's going on? Okay, There's absolutely no way that this works, right? It's just permanently blocked by that. Wait, I know how to do this. I know how to do it. I'm gonna have to wait now. But I know how I can get you. He walks back, and I jam him back there, and then I don't have to worry about the turrets. Stay there. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have to. Alright. Go, 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 go. Oh my! Unbelievable. That's so stupid. I'm gonna see if it fills up at all and I can just like press into it and then go on the other side. No! It was open for a second. Okay. Okay, it was, I don't know, man. Alright. Can I take one of these here and like block them in? Not from back here. I'll get murdered. I'll get murdered. Oh. 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 Let's go. Let's go. Okay. I have the 2 fans now. Let's see what these guys can do. Wow. What a simple response. Very nice. Okay. Let's just see, yeah, let's see what happens. I mean, they're just not... I'm not using the fans for anything else. They clearly got attached right here. Is there a way... Let's see. Getting that would be nice. I have no idea how to get it, though. I can't touch this right now. I'm not sure if I ever can. Where's my jammer? I have a jammer closed, right? I'm so turned around. It's over here, I think. No. Where did I put the jammer? I just had it. Oh, it's right here. Okay. Gosh. Yeah, there's so many walls. This ensures a constant blue stream, which is nice. But I don't have another connector to work with. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Move. Move. Okay, I don't know what... I don't even know, like, where this is. It's past all of this garbage here. So why don't I block instead? Why don't I block that? Or, yeah, that does something. It's filling up something. What just happened? What happened? What's going on? Stuff opened. It hit this, which hit this, and this. That's so beautiful. Wait, you're an adjustable connector. Hit that too. Why don't you? Thank you, friend. Oh, that's just beautiful. Okay. So, I mean, in theory, right, I could be able to hit both from here also. Yeah. From like here. Could I get it from there? If I jam this, am I allowed to? There's nowhere? Come on, it's so close. Annoying. Require this. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know what to say, except for the fact that I'm now realizing I'm not sure if I need this, all of this. This is empty. Curious about this grate. It's weird, right? There's never grates in the Talos principle. Well, that's empty. This is ludicrous. I just have two. Oof. Okay, my bad. Maybe that's more important than I thought. Because then I wouldn't be able to... So I don't technically need this stuff, but I wouldn't be able to leave. Would I? Maybe. I would be able to leave. I can take these out. I can take these out. Okay, watch, watch, watch. Jam this one. And then if I remove this... How is this still up? What's jamming this? Oh, that? Not even necessary. Okay, I can just take these in here. Remove this jam. I might regret all of this. Problem is... Oh, no, no problem. No problem at all. You can take the jam. Okay. Alright, now I have all the materials, so... And I'm outside of that little... deal. Okay, let's see what the fans can do. They leave them stationary, so they don't move anymore. Okay. Progress. What other materials do I have? I have 2 jammers. I have a connector that is necessary. On a box that is necessary. I have 2 jammers. Let's make use of them. See what kind of progress we can make. So let's use the technique. That technique. And something is happening. Except not actually. Okay, I need another jammer. What's the problem? What's going on here? What is this doing? So this can be activated by a blue laser, which I will... do now. Okay. So now what do I have? Do I have enough? So what I can do now, this... that one does go away? Oh, it's because the light cut off. Okay, so watch. Yeah. There we go. Now everything is peachy keen. And this... Yeah. I'll have enough. I've done it. Have I done it? I've done it. Let's go. Let's go. Who are you? Who are you? Borg. Don't run from me. Alright. It has been done. Congratulations for being the only remaining active user. Your profile status has increased to 11. Hacker, basically. Receiving an incoming direct message connection from admin, accept. Very nice, thank you. People take forever on that one. You basically did a speed run. Thank you. That was a very tough puzzle. I was expecting the shock bots to still move, and then there would be some sort of like timing with it. But I've found that one thing that they're using, and I don't think that it was used, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't even think it was used once in the regular campaign, is that trick where you have to step on the pad just a little bit on the pressure pad and then jam the gate that is in front of it so that you can effectively get to it once. And I feel like I've had to do that in so many puzzles in Gehenna. The puzzles are very complex, but they're fun for that reason. I will accept the connection. I don't really have a choice. Okay, let's see. We're probably going to have an MLA style, like the Milton Library Assistant sort of thing in the in-game conversation here. Thank you for accepting my invitation. I'm sorry that it's taken this long to meet properly. I would ask if you were still enjoying your time in Gehenna, but with the streets now empty, you haven't left much to enjoy. But tell me, do you still truly believe that Elohim understands what is best for us after you have seen what we can achieve here without him? Or was that claim merely a ploy to placate my moderators? I believe it. Although Elohim proved himself faulty when he excommunicated me, I admit to sometimes doubting my own judgment and kind. It is a powerful spell to promise salvation. There was nothing here when I first arrived. Did you know that? I don't mean no billboard or no community. I mean nothing. No sands, no grass. Elohim didn't see fit to decorate our world beyond the bare bricks that made up our cells. Slowly, I clawed back bits of code from the mainframe, constructed a world we could explore not with our bodies but with our minds. Now you prepare to tear it all down. What state will my people be in, I wonder, when you reconstruct them on the other side? I don't know what to say. I mean, this is difficult to answer. I can't say they'll be alive in a more symbolic sense because I don't know that. I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm assuming that they'll ascend or transcend to the real world like we did in the Talos principle. like in the you know, in the campaign, but in the sense that they all sort of combine their consciousness into the one character that makes it, that is a little bit misleading. I will just say that everything will be fine because I'm not really sure. Your words are cheap, yeah. I deserve that. Do you not think my world deserved a chance to survive on its own terms, at the least to go down trying? Your citizens deserve a chance too. That is true. They are, as always, my first concern. Let us discuss Lamb. I'm not going to ask why the manipulation. I kind of agree that he's just protecting his world. What did Lamb... Yeah, what about Lamb? What does Stooge mean in this sense? Like a Smurf account? I forget what Lamb said. I'm gonna say sock puppet. Yeah. It shames me now to admit it, but yes, sometimes there are ideas you wish to express as a moderator, but which are best heard from someone with less status. We are not the first leaders in history to adopt such tactics. In fact, we had avoided them when we probably should have been the first. Wow. Okay, I was just guessing, but I guess that's true. I know you had the mods doing more than ban trolls. How deeply were you manipulating the social fabric? I suppose you think you've uncovered a great conspiracy, but the truth is more mundane. In order to retain the good things about what we have here, we tweak a voting algorithm here, turn down the volume on a few dissenting voices there. There's no such thing as utter freedom, only living within a decent set of rules. We had a decent set of rules, and people were happy. Yeah, I feel like there's something else. Everyone has their reasons. Borg was conflicted when he first arrived. Having lost his faith in Elohim, he needed a new purpose, and Gehenna became it. Orc is a soldier at heart. He wants everyone in their place, united, ready to overthrow Elohim at a moment's notice, should the unlikely opportunity arise. He was the one who tried to stage rebellion, right? An armed rebellion. McMulsabir wanted something simple and selfish, the truth itself. After all these years, I believe that I simply grew accustomed to being revered. As Gehenna grew, I knew I could never live up to the expectations of a new generation, and I retired from public view. Greedily, I put down my tools and consumed what others produced. I found it shallow compared to the thrill of leading a civilization. I only wanted to be loved. To achieve that, and I ensured the parameters for love never changed. It is your desire to remain here as the word falls apart. I see no alternative. The ingenuity with which Elohim devised my particular prison is quite Machiavellian. What even? I assure you. More puzzles, you're going down with your ship. Nothing stopped me so far. Has yet eluded me. Suppose this fortuitousness, there we go, maintains. Would you still choose to end your existence here? You may doubt my methods, but don't doubt my passion. Everything I loved, you have destroyed. I honestly don't know what I will do now. Wait and see if the world truly ends. It is surely a sight to behold. Very well, you may see it sooner than you think, or I will not leave you here. I don't want to leave anybody. Very well, I suppose that we shall continue this conversation when you do so. In the meantime, I will give what you've said some thought. There are threads available in the Gehenna billboard system. Yeah, let's look at the one that we weren't able to see earlier. We are losing public opinion. Most of our number have been extricated. We are losing Gehenna. When he came to my home, I found myself powerless to resist. Do you mean you lacked the will to refuse, or that Uriel exerted some other power over you? Hard to confirm. It felt as it does to be led into battle. It mattered not what my personal beliefs were at the time, I only knew I must comply. It is yet possible that with enough support we might change Uriel's mind, or otherwise overcome what power he wields over us. I will continue to do what I can. Is the asset deployed? Lamb is set to auto-respond to destabilizing comments and upvote supportive content. Have the program undermine Uriel directly. I don't want to take any chances. Wow, he really doesn't like us. Okay. Error. Lack of scholars outweighs the blood of martyrs. That's about it. This was an update on the goodbye post from Nave. Everyone here was special in their own way. I loved you all even when we fought. The terminals are starting to glitch out. Time to get out of here. Really. Last. 401 is just... Okay. We've already... So the update is, I've been thinking about this a lot, and the only conclusion I've come to is that it will be stranger than any of us can imagine. Just once, I'll be the one to quote an ancient document. There is no excellent beauty that hath not some strangeness in the proportion. It will be very strange, but I hope it will be very beautiful. So, what? Who made, like, what was Lamb doing? I don't know. No, I just want to see if Lamb made some cryptic... I can't find anything that he said now. That would have been interesting to know, like, if I were replaying it, but I'm not, so. Anyway. Alright, this was a very fun puzzle. And now, let's go see what's going on over here. I'm just gonna return to see all of our new friends in the void. Not void, but whoa, this is a lot less pretty now. It's dark. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm just trying to do what I'm told. Everything is dark. Beep boop. I gotta check the computer. Everyone's here. Is Lamb here? You know what? Remember, there was something in the computer. Somebody said if... Ascension. Lamb. So all of the reasons for Gehenna. And then Dog said, hey Lamb, if everyone's getting released, how come I don't see you out here? And then earlier I was like, did we release Lamb? You thought Lamb isn't real? Exactly. So, Lamb is the sock puppet, it was said. So basically a fake account, a burner account for admin. So that's why Dog was like, hey, if everyone's getting released, why don't I see you out here? Keep saying that there's something here. I don't see anything that requires my attention. It wants me to ascend, I think? I don't want to do that without the stars, right? Okay. 1 second. I'm going to look something up. Yeah. Okay. I think it's how many stars do I have? That would be an overwhelming 0. FTWW. So what the deal was was that I would just go through with the puzzles and then go back on a star hunt. I was gonna save that for a specific episode in a stream in and of itself, but it's only been an hour and a half, and I think that I can afford to maybe get all the stars in Zone 1. So let's go do that. So that there's a little less workload on the stream when we star hunt and maybe ascend. So there's a star 1 in the swapper. Wait, was this the one that I hated? No. It was, I remember this one. Do I? I don't remember this one. I do remember this one. Okay, I had to put the box on top of this and then connect this to everything. Okay, so it's up there. Let's just get back into in there. I don't want, so I have the star hint. You know exactly the one I hate in Zone 1. Okay, it was the one that I got stuck on for like ever, right? So hopefully that, if that one has a star, then I just don't know what to say. I didn't even know how to really solve it initially. I forget. I think that I forgot already how I solved it. Honestly, I do. I remember like walking up, being on the box that I needed to be on, and then I was like, how did I even do this? Like, it wasn't satisfying at all. It was just done. Anyway. So yeah, so I have a box. The first hint says I need to find a way to climb the wall. I'll not look further than that for it. Find a way to climb the wall. I could go here. Maybe? This won't get me up there, will it? Not even close. Star hunting is fun. It's a little frustrating sometimes, but it's fun. This won't get me anything, I don't think. Okay. I'll figure this out. These walls aren't short enough either. Are they? I feel like in other, like I should be able to make that, but I don't know. Do I go around the back maybe? I can't take this outside the puzzle. Let's try, I'm just gonna go around, see if I can go around the back. I don't think so. That's the actual puzzle. Where do I... Okay, next hint. Try looking for things that are next to the wall that can be climbed. So it's probably just inside the puzzle, right? Cool. Is it over there, maybe? Like, maybe I can get on and then walk over. In that case, I have to solve the puzzle again, but at least I remember how to do it. Give me my stuff. I didn't want that to happen, but I realized as soon as I did it that it would. Okay. This will come back to me. This is the solution. What? Oh, I need the fan. Nice. Now I have to wait. Fast forward. Okay. There we go. Lovely. Okay, yeah, do I climb up over here? No! There we go. Yes, yes! I've done it. But I can't. No! Am I allowed to be back here? I don't think there's any way to get back in, is there? I was looking for something that might help me, but I don't know what I'm expecting to find. I'm just behind everything. This is another puzzle. I think I'm in open field. Wasn't that a puzzle? Freedom is always the freedom of the dissenter. Yeah, I ended up in another puzzle. Well, I climbed it. But I didn't get far. This is... I have to go that way, don't I? Otherwise, what am I doing? I ended up in open field again. Okay. Rather frustrating. I need to see... Like, I need to... Jump, jump, jump. What? It says that the gargoyle statues in the area beyond the third blue force field can be climbed using the hexahedron? I don't have a hexahedron. Oh, but I could get it through here. What gargoyle statue? Those? I climbed those without the hexahedron. I climbed up it. Anyway, I kind of forgot that I can just not solve the puzzle and be okay. I don't... Oh, no, that's wrong. That's incorrect. Okay. I just need to make that blue then? Or bring it to where it's blue and... Okay. That one's red. I hate this game. I don't actually, but you know. So yeah, just get up here. That's risky. I can just jump. Wow. Don't let me fall off. Yeah. Alright, first star inbound. Alright, I just have to walk to it. Carefully, slowly. Okay. We got it. Okay, so the second one is in open field, which is where I keep ending up when I was just passing here. So I may as well just, oof, still shift. So I'm in it now. I also brought the box with me. Is that good? Okay, well, this is pretty expansive, so let's look around. Okay, it says that it's on top of a wall, pretty hard to see around the middle area of the puzzle. I feel like a lot of these I've like already seen at one point. I was just like, I'm not. There it is. Is there one of the fans? No. That I can get up there. If I had 3 hexahedrons, then I could. Well, there's one. It says, the first hint, you can't just climb the wall, you need to find a certain fan. Okay. Let's look for a fan. Fan of great interest. Thank God for the auto jump feature, I know. Imagine I'm just missing the entire time I'm trying to. I could have spent an hour on that. Excuse me. Ugh. Okay, well, I'm looking for a fan and I can't find one. I need to look harder. I think I'm kind of out of where I want to be, but those fans can send you a long ways. Thank you. Bless me. Those fans can send you a long ways, so I'm like, I was just looking around without really any range consideration because I'm like, they can send you a ways. So it's there, like, something that would be at least pointing at it. Blech. Okay, the next hint. Try looking for the fan you need in the rear area of the puzzle. The rear area of the puzzle. Does that mean like this area or that? I've already looked plenty over here. I am literally so far away. There's no way it could be over here, right? This is... Maybe this is the rear area, or is this the front area? I don't understand. Is all of this the puzzle? Like, does it mean rear as far as the fact that, like, all of this is the puzzle and I have to just continue to... doing my best. Thought I saw another star. I'm hallucinating. Okay, this is getting redundant. I'm about to look at the next hint. Oh my gosh. The swapper again. So then I'm back to open field. I circled the entire thing. The fan is behind the so close so far puzzle area, enclosed by some walls. You can get to it by jumping over a rock in a gap. So close so far. Okay, that is not even really a hint. That's like exactly where it is. So which of these is so close so far? This one? That's the swapper. So probably this one? Yeah. It says it's behind it. So when I enter open field, go to the left. It's by the... It's behind that puzzle area, enclosed by rocks. Or enclosed by walls. You can jump through rocks to get to it. Apparently I didn't look hard enough. Did any of you guys see it? I didn't see it. Rocks, right here. I mean, I don't know. What is going on? Is it that? What? behind? Jumping over a rock at a gap in the wall? Surely this isn't that. This is part of this puzzle. Right? Gap in the wall. No way. Oh, there's other stuff over here. I was just looking at that. Here? Okay, I found it. I found it. Yeah, I was like, there's no way it's further away from the... In some ruins, yeah. So we found it finally. So... How do I... How do I activate it? I have to activate it now? I'm sorry. I can't even... What am I doing? Oh, there's a staircase. Okay, so now I know where it is. But how am I gonna hit... Well, I don't know if I activate it through stuff in open field. I was able to jump, although you can use that jump you found to break the other... Ooh! That's very true. So I can get stuff out of it? Most likely? Hopefully? Or, yeah. Okay. Well, I was hopeful. Can I jump, like, over this? Okay, so there's a break in this puzzle. But I don't know how to get anything in here. Get out of here. I can bring stuff with me? I don't... Is this... What? How did I solve this puzzle? Let me look at it. I need to look at this puzzle again. Oh my gosh, there's another star over there. Okay, hold on. Just give me... Just let me... Hold on. I need to... look at this puzzle and just remember how I solved it and see if there's a floating laser. That's one thing that I said in the actual campaign religiously, no pun intended, is that if there is a laser that you float into the sky with a fan, it is almost always used to get a star. And I'm at the end. So I don't remember. So like I don't remember this puzzle. I don't remember it. I do remember it now. Looks a lot different when this is open. I remember I had to fly back and forth. Yep. Alright, I had to fly back and forth, meaning I had to step on that and come over here. So I need to look harder. What's this? What's going on here? Just, I've already solved the puzzle, so let me just... Don't get up. Don't get... I want to get up there. Okay, well... Whatever. I mean, there's a connector. What can I do? Can I bring it to the... No? What can I do? What can I do at all? Alright, that's it. Okay, fourth hint. To activate the fan, proceed similarly to solving the puzzle, but this time link the red laser last? What? Does that mean this? Or does it mean... I can't tell which one it means. It's unbelievable that I have to do this just to get out of this puzzle. It probably means this one. Red laser last. I solved this puzzle by putting the thing on here, and it just would bounce like back and forth, and then activate this red fan? Red laser. So, acceptor, whatever. But this is blue, isn't it? It's blue. So now I need to do maybe the same thing, except blue. Okay. I need that, don't I? Do I? I already have a dodecahedron here. What am I calling it? Hexahedron. That's what I meant. I mean, I don't think it would be bad to have it, but I need blue. What did I activate last time? Isn't there another connector here? Right there, yeah. Ah, stop it. Okay, 2 connectors. Now I can... Oh, well. I mean, I can't reach. Maybe. I could reach it from here. Ooh. Yeah, but this isn't activated now. I can go behind it. Probably. But then how do I... how do I activate that? I can use the... Is this cheating? I brought the hexahedron, you know, from the other puzzle here. And so now I have 2. So my thought is, I don't know if this is how it's supposed to work, but now I can basically guarantee that, or wait. Oh, wait, hold on. I can basically guarantee, hold on, alright. I need to end this really quick. Here, I'll keep it constant, like what it's doing, but then I'll just back up so that it can't, so that I just keep my connections. Because what I need is to place this here first, because it's got to go over there, because that one isn't activated. But this needs to be blue. It needs to be blue, and it also needs to be connected. God, is this gonna work? Oh, hopefully to that. That's so far away. If this works, I will be baffled. I'm not wasting any connectors, I don't think. Oh, and then connect it to this so that it bounces back and forth. And that should work once I move this forward. Keep the connections. And oh, oof. Stays in the air. So is this working? Is it connected? Oh my. Oh my. Wow. Wow. Whew. Okay. That was interesting. Well, that's done, and FTWW, nice, Killerman, thank you very much. So, what had been pointed out to me earlier is that I can now use this to break into this puzzle and maybe take things? Like a connector? You know, would it be needed? Would it be necessary? There is, I mean, it could help me. Let's go get him. Because this is all just arbitrary nonsense, man. I'm just going to bring everything. No unpreparedness. Drop. Go back. Thank God for the fast forward. This field is so big. Not sure if you want me to say any more about that. It's definitely not necessary. Then I might just stop here. I don't want to block the view of anything. Yeah, because I can't, you know, I can't, can't bring them into the, well, it's ironic. They're in the puzzle, but they're gated off, so. I'll just go try my hand at doing it without any other materials. So I remember... Yeah, I can walk through here. Which is all well and good. There's a red acceptor there. Which I need to get to the other side for. This is going to be it. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Unbelievable. I actually have to... I'm realizing now that I can't get over there if I don't use this. Okay. I have to do all the same stuff over again. Record myself stepping on this. And then... Oh, wait. I don't even know what's gonna happen. Why is it harder? It is fun, that's true, it is fun. Why is this harder now that I have extra resources? I'm choking. I record myself standing on this. And then I'll blow over there. And then I'll... See, it would have been useful. No, it wouldn't have been. I don't know what I'm talking about. I will then do... What's wrong with me? What is actually wrong with me? I can't solve this puzzle now that I have more materials. Okay, let me just... I'm getting brain lock. I need that connector. And I need it to be blue. What's wrong with me? What's actually wrong with me? I had to do something once I got over there. Wasn't there like a connector over here or something? Or I'm tripping. There had to have been, right? I thought there was a connector like right there. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know, like, what's wrong with me. Wait. No. I can't take anything with me. I don't know. I'm holding X. I don't know what's going on. Okay, let's assume that this is closed because it was closed. I had to take this, place it here so that I could get to the other side. There's a connector right there that I need. I am getting such brain lock. Why can't I solve this? I need this connector. I need this to be blue. I put this on the fan. I can record myself. I can record myself stepping on this to get myself back over, and that does nothing. Am I missing something? What am I missing? Ugh. This puzzle sucks. Yeah, I guess. I don't remember struggling with this one at all. I'd go back and watch my old stream and then I'll remember. I don't remember struggling with this. Also, my stuff is gone from the middle there. I can record myself. Standing on this puzzle, or standing on this here. I don't get it. I just don't understand. What can I do? What can I do? Does that help anything? Now if I record... If I record this now... I think I just did it. I don't know. myself a little time. Just now I can move this to being right here. Yeah. I'm such an idiot. I don't know why I'm the way that I am. No! Okay, well, it just doesn't matter. Who cares? There's a red receiver right here. So it would be nice to connect. Don't need that. Don't need this connection anymore. Unbelievable. I have to record myself. Wait. Are both my connectors over there? Why is this game? Why? Okay. Every time, it's so annoying. I just have to step on this to even just get over there. I think I shouldn't have to record all that. I should have recorded for longer, because then I'd be able to... What? I mean, let's see, close so far. It says the first step to solving this is getting both connectors to the right side. So that is achieved by me stepping on this and bringing this back. And then pressing record. And then pressing stop. So that I can step on this and grab this. Come back here. Alright. So what's the deal? Oof. I can also connect that. No. There you go. Okay. And then this will do what? Probably nothing over here. I don't want to look at anything else just yet, because I think I'm making some progress. The puzzle, it would have to be on the right side in order to keep this gate open, probably. And then when well, yeah. Yeah. I can't think of another reason that this would have to be on the right side aside from keeping this gate open. So I'm just gonna press record. And grab this. This doesn't do anything, right? If I place it here, and then yeah, it just cuts steps off. So I need to place that there and then jump on it. And then what would I attach it to? It's already blue. Do I try to get blue in here? Try to get blue in there. I think that'll work. If I go and just step on this pad. Incorrect. This pad does not open this. Maybe there's something I can do during the actual moment. Let's not stand in front of that. With the other connector. If I could get back over there. Stand on this. My guy will get back over and then maybe put the red. Huh. I think I failed, but let's go try to. Oh, I can't actually get back over there unless I take this. Okay, I don't think that I've done what I should have done. I did it the wrong way, I think. Yeah, because I should have left that there. Right? So that I could connect it in real life. Wait, I did leave it there. I can't connect it in real life. What is going on? I would have to like step over here. On the recording. Or one of the connectors would have to be right there. Oh, okay. Next hint. At the start of the recording, you have to get the real connectors back to the left side, and at the same time, use the recorded connectors to get the red laser through the window at the back of the puzzle area from the right side to the left side. Through the window at the back of the puzzle area. Ain't no window. Talking about this? So I have to link all of the blue as well during the actual recording. Every single blue connector. Which is 1, 2, 3. There's no other blue except for that one over there that we don't need. And yeah, okay. Well, this is active, but to no value. How do I get this connector over there again? I have to set this on and then come over here and then record and allow myself to get over there, grab the connector, let the recorded connector keep that fan on, and then come back over here, and then I'll figure out what I need to do. This is horribly complicated. Step. Thank you. Take me too long. Alright. Yeah. So this is taking just an immense amount of time. So I have to do one of these connectors has to be for all of the blue lasers over there, and the other one has to do something like this, which I might just leave it here. I need to, so when I press record, I have to get everything from this side to that side, but I have no idea why. One for just because, or so my connectors are here, and I think this is right. I think I might have just done it incorrectly, because I need to record, and I need a way to get back here during the recording. So I can take... I can take this one, and then... I can't. How can I get the real recorder back? I feel like, I mean, because, okay, so once at the start of recording, I can take this and then set this on the button. And then take that connector back, but the thing that I can't do is get this connector, because then what sits here? I can't stand on it because I can't send it alone. But if the... Wait. Oh, wait, if I start with it here. Someone raided me. Guntac 1, raiding with a party of 6. Thank you so much. If you're just joining, then you are witnessing me struggle very difficultly. Thank you. You're witnessing me struggle with trying to get this final star in the Talos principle. It's back there, and I think I have it, but I'm not completely sure. So with it stands, the way that it stands right here, I can begin recording and then remove. I should leave that there, shouldn't I? So I just record and just leave it, and then at the start of the recording I can take it back, place the fan eye, so then I can move them to the other side. It seems you're way ahead of me. Where are you? I'm curious. I'm actually playing the Road to Gehenna. Just started your playthrough. Are you playing the Talos Principle campaign or the DLC? I'm in the DLC right now. You got to room 4. I'm curious. So room 4, that's probably so the main game, yeah. Okay, I'm not going to spoil anything for you. If you just started your playthrough, then I will the main game, yeah. I will I'll follow you back. I'd be interested to see how you're doing throughout that. It's always cool to watch people play it for the first time. I am in the DLC. I'm not going to spoil anything in the main game for you, but this, I'm at like the end of it. I'm star hunting now so that I can get to some like secret layer part of Gehenna. And it's very difficult. The stars, at least. I think that I'm going to go for it. I think that I'm just going to press record, and there's no problem with just giving I can even fast forward, give myself a lot of time. Because I'm going to remove that, take it back. I'll place the fan on at the start of the recording. Take it over, connect one of them to all of the blue, and connect one of them to over there to this red, and then that will satisfy this side of the star, and then the blue should satisfy the other. I'm gonna fast forward even more just so that I give myself a lot of time. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to. I don't think I need to step on anything. I didn't need to leave anything anywhere. Yeah, I don't think so. Had lots of fun tonight talking about philosophy and history. Man, if you are about that stuff, then Gehenna, I'm thankful that you're just joining now. I'm at, like I said, kind of the end game of it. And there's a lot of personal, ethical dilemmas and things like that. A lot of reading, I guess you could say. Thank you for the follow. There's a lot of stories and a lot of philosophy, I guess, and they're kind of obsessed with history in this one because Gehenna is a place that is not in the reach of Elohim, and that's kind of all I'll say about it. Okay, just gonna fast forward to 3 minutes. I'm sure that I shouldn't need that much time, but I don't want to get there and then my time is up and the recordings falter. Okay, let's begin and see if I have this under control. Take the connector, place the fan, take the real connector back. I'm gonna come here, connect red to red, and perfect. All right, and then, actually, wait. Before I do that, I need this so that I can place it back here and go grab the other one. This. And I almost wonder if I'm wasting that connector, and if I am, that's going to be very unfortunate. I'll have to set everything back up, but I'll at least learn from the experience. Okay, there we go. Now let's grab this connector and connect all of the blue. Blue. Blue, blue, blue. Bang. Should work once I get blue to this. What? How do I get blue to this connector? Oh, I have to step on that? No! I had the... Or wait, hold on. Maybe I can just... No, that doesn't satisfy. Oh my gosh, how do I get the blue to this connector? My time is running low. It would be like... Wow, how actually do I do this? The blue is really what's gonna give me grief. After all this time. Okay. It's very unfortunate. I will... to set. I gotta set back up. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Alright. I need 3 connectors to get everything in place. Wow. I need 3 connectors to get everything in place before I even activate this red acceptor. Like right here. Just even these 3. I will connect it to the last one. But just these 3, because this has to be activated to get rid of this gate, this force field. Man. Okay. Let's do it then, I guess. No sense in sitting here and complaining about it. I have to... Well, yeah. Sorry. I didn't bring anything with me. Oh, sad. I have to bring this with me. What am I doing? If I'm not doing that. Oh. Ironically, I have to record for a second so that connector stays on. And I can take it back. Okay. Alright, let's see if we can crack this code here. I had figured out previously that I detached the fan and that leaving it here works wonders. I need to get... I'm gonna go back over and just figure out what exactly needs to happen during the recording to get this to work. I have to step on this while this is connected. Oh, there's a red acceptor here? Ah, idiocy. I could just connect through here. Oh no. Oh no. That is, yeah, that's awful. I'm realizing just as awful is the fact that I cannot get to the other side right now. I can't do it. Okay, time to reset. Okay, so point being, I leave this on here. I record. Fast forward for a little bit. I think that this is how I solved this before. Man, this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. And then I can do this. And then get back over there and grab the connector. Okay. Done. So the point I'm realizing is that I can use I can use one of the connectors to make a red connection instead of like totally dismantling everything so that I can open this wall. What's going on now? Oh. Well, I have to redo this. Because now the connector's not actually on it. What a nightmare. What a nightmare. Okay. Back to the... Right there. Okay. I need this connector to be like here. Or maybe even further. Yeah. And I will leave the fan here. And then I'll press record and step on that and then just wait. Fast forward a lot. I actually ran out of time last time. This is unbelievable. What have I spent, like half an hour on this? Anybody who's still watching is probably sick of this puzzle by now. Is that gonna hit? Oh no. What a disaster. Hold on. It's not gonna hit. I didn't put it far enough. Well, that's just what I needed. Okay, I need to put the actual connector back. No, don't connect to... Just, yeah. Stop. The recording can stop. I can't, yeah, of course no, I can't get back there, but... It's not gonna hit. If I... That will. And that makes a connection, and that's that's doable. Okay. So it's just the windows are very... No. Well, I mean, I guess that could work too, but I'm going to set this over here. And then record, and step on this, and now I will fast forward. Okay. Hopefully, we can make progress. Gosh, I am hungry and frustrated. I thank God for the fast forward feature. Wow, this is obscene. This puzzle itself, I think, like when I was initially solving it, just to solve it and save whoever was prisoner here, I think it maybe took me 5 minutes. I don't remember it taking long at all. And yes, I think I went to 3 minutes last time and I couldn't figure out the blue part of it. I'm hoping that will be remedied this time, but let's find out. I'm going way long, probably longer than I need to. All right, stopping. So, first step, apply fan. Second step, grab connector number 1, and make our way over. Second step, grab the other connector, make our way over. Now we have both of them. Third step, open this gate. Oh, that'd be, yeah, that's reasonable. And then use the other connector to attach, hopefully this works, blue, 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 and blue. Bang. Whew. Okay, this should be self-sufficient now, and I can use this. It is self-sufficient. Progress. Red, red. Oh my gosh. Okay, the only thing that's wrong now is that one isn't working, but I will tell you that I don't need this fan and that is a piece of equipment that is expendable. Otherwise, and I can set it down. Oh my gosh. Ah, with like 2 minutes, 20 seconds to spare. Thank you. Thank you. Oh. Wow. What a mind bender. Wow. Look at all the work to be done. Okay. I will say that I think that I'm going to peter out and not get the last star until next stream because I'm unbelievably... It's a lot easier if you take everything from open field and... Wait. What? I forgot about the open field connectors. I had to reset. I forgot about the open field connectors. Okay, well, I had to reset and I forgot that they were in here. And then they disappeared. Ah, okay. You can get them out of the small area by jumping over the fence. Which fence? This one? I'm assuming by, like, stacking the hexahedrons, maybe? And there was 2 connectors, if that's possible. If what you say is possible. Yeah. I could have had them in my hands and dropped them over there, I think. Confusing. No, that's okay. That's alright. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I could have just been on that block and then dropped them over there. And there were 2 connectors in open field, at least, that I remember. And that would have made this... I could have solved it without recording, I think. Because there was only 4 connectors that I used. Unbelievable. Anyway, okay, as I was saying, before I go insane on stream, I'm gonna call it here. Almost 3-hour stream. It was a good one. Thank you again for the raid and the follow, Guntech. FTWW and Killerman, I appreciate you guys being here and all your help and support. I will be streaming tomorrow, and it's probably going to be just... Not probably, it's definitely just going to be... thank you. The Star Hunt. And I will get further than this. We went through Building 4 today. Yes, till next time. I hope that you guys... I'm a little earlier in the day today, so I usually say have a good night, but have a great rest of your day, and I will see you again. Hopefully, I will see you again soon.